If you were anywhere near a radio in 2011, 2005s, you heard her voice. Party Rock Anthem, LMFAO, one of the most played songs of that entire year. Lauren Bennett was on that record, and last week, her bandmates and G.R.L broke their silence with a joint statement that stopped people cold. Our hearts are broken. Rest peacefully, sweet Lauren. She was 37 years old. This is her story. Lauren Bennett was a British singer whose career took her from the UK pop world into the center of one of the biggest global hits of the early 2010s. Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO, featuring Lauren Bennett and GoonRock, say G.R.L, was inescapable in 2011. It spent weeks at the top of charts around the world. It became a cultural moment in the specific way that certain pop songs do, not just a hit, but a reference point. A song that people associate with a summer, a year, a specific version of themselves. Lauren Bennett's voice was part of that. Part of what millions of people heard and felt and remembered, and then she became part of something smaller and more personal. G.R.L, a girl group assembled by Rock Anthem, the creator of the Pussycat Dolls, brought Lauren together with Emmalyn Estrada, Natasha Slayton, Paula Van Oppen, and Simone Battle. The group released music and toured. They built the specific bonds that form between people who spend that kind of time together, on buses, in studios, in the unglamorous in-between moments of a music career that the public never sees. Those bonds, by the account of her surviving bandmates, never broke. When G.R.L released their joint statement following Lauren's death, they did not reach for the kind of language that public relations manages into blandness. They wrote from the inside of genuine grief. Our hearts are broken. We will forever cherish the love, laughter, and countless memories. Rest peacefully, sweet Lauren, sweet Lauren. That is not a publicist's phrase. That is what you call someone you actually knew. Someone whose specific quality, for weaker, whatever it was that made her her, you are going to miss in the specific way you miss a person rather than a colleague. The individual tributes that followed reflected the same specificity. Natasha Slayton posted a personal video montage, archival moments from happier times, and called Lauren her soul sister. Two words that carry an entire relationship inside them. Emmalyn Estrada shared behind-the-scenes photos from their touring days. Images that most people had never seen. The private visual record of what that time together actually looked like. Paula Van Oppen focused on Lauren's talent, her bright spirit, her infectious laughter. 3 different women. 3 different things they chose to highlight. All of them pointing toward the same person, someone whose presence in a room was felt, whose laugh was specific enough to be remembered, whose spirit was bright enough to leave a mark on everyone who knew her. The G.R.L story is not only about music. The group lost a member before Lauren. Simone Battle died in 2014. She was 25 years old. The surviving members of G.R.L have carried that loss for over a decade, and the specific, complicated grief of losing a bandmate. Someone who was in those same behind-the-scenes photos. Someone who shared those same buses and studios and in-between moments. And now Lauren. The women who remain, Tiffins, Emmalyn, Natasha, Paula, are not just grieving a former colleague, they are grieving inside a group that has now lost 2 of its members. That has been shaped by loss in ways that most people who followed their music from the outside never fully understood. Natasha called Lauren her soul sister. That word, sister, carries the full weight of what girl groups at their best actually are. Not just professional partnerships. Chosen families. People who were thrown together by circumstance and chose, over time, to mean something to each other that went beyond the work. Lauren Bennett meant something to these women that no statement can fully contain. Lauren Bennett was 37 years old. That is young in a way that the number alone cannot capture. 37 is the age of someone still in the middle of everything, still figuring things out, still with decades of music and life and whatever comes next ahead of them. The cause of her death has not been publicly confirmed. Her family and bandmates have not released that information. That privacy belongs to them and will be honored here. What has been confirmed, through the voices of the people who loved her, is who she was. A voice that appeared on one of the most played songs of 2011. A bandmate whose laugh was infectious enough that Paula Van Oppen chose it as one of 3 things to highlight in a tribute. A soul sister, by Natasha's account. A person whose bond with the women she made music with was permanent regardless of what came after the group. The music industry produces a lot of professional relationships. It produces fewer of the kind that Emmalyn described when she said the bond is forever. Lauren Bennett had that kind. Party Rock Anthem has over 1 billion plays. Somewhere in that billion is the specific moment when you first heard it. When it came on at a party or through someone's speakers or on the radio during a drive. When it made you feel whatever it made you feel. Lauren Bennett's voice is in that moment. She was 37 years old. She had a career that touched millions of people who never knew her name. She had bandmates who called her Sweet Lauren and Soul Sister and said their hearts were broken. Both of those things are true at the same time. The mass reach and the intimate loss. The billion plays and the personal video montage that Natasha made from private memories. G.R.L broke their silence because silence was not enough, because Lauren Bennett deserved to be named, to be remembered, to have the people who loved her say publicly what they felt privately. Our hearts are broken. Rest peacefully, sweet Lauren. Let me know what you think.